Chapter 5. The First Invasion of the Void. 1,000 years had passed since the founding of Nexaris. The seal remained strong. 7 small shards of the first Titans lay on the altar, surrounded by a rainbow glow. But today, something had changed. The crystals began to be covered in darkness. Black threads crept across their surface like veins of poison. They trembled and behaved strangely. On her next patrol of the temple, Mirai Umbra, the purple guardian of the city and the shards, entered the hall. Mirai froze. Her mask cracked more severely, and smoky veins flared on her skin. "The wound has awakened," she whispered. She contacted the other guardians. A rainbow signal spread across the towers of Nexaris. Orain Dalor, the Indigo Prophet, stood in his observatory. He looked through his telescope and saw. The void was emerging from a crack in the core planet. Black threads crept upward like roots of darkness, stretching toward Nexaris. Loom Solarian, in the yellow information tower, saw the data panels light up red. Intrusion signals. The void had penetrated the systems, distorting calculations, breaking grids. This is not just a breakthrough. This is an attack. His runes flashed with alarm. Sarah Pradar, an orange hunter, sensed danger approaching with her instincts. Her tiger stripes stirred, and her claws lengthened. "The void is here! It hunts!" she hissed, sensing the scent of darkness in the air. The Red Warrior felt heat in his chest in the Lava Tower. He began to gather troops of warriors from the Red Dimension. Strong Heptachoms with obsidian skin, lava cracks, and white eyes. In volcanic armor and red cloaks, they stood like a wall. To war, Kyle warned. Their role was to stand guard and defend the front lines. They would be the first to descend onto the planet. Elion Arvelin, a green druid, saw the plants in his garden begin to wither. The leaves turned black, the roots rotted. He understood. The void had come, poisoning life. It suffocates growth, he exhaled. Neris Kalmir, a cyan water woman meditating in the water hall, felt herself suffocating. A black piece of shadow escaped from her mouth, a lump of the void. She spat it out, and it dissolved in the water. "The time for battle has come," she said, her body rippling. At that moment, monsters of the void began to crawl out of the wound, a crack in the core planet. Whispering ribbons, ash mouths, distorted knots, they crawled upward, reaching for Nexaris. Guards and warriors from all dimensions began to descend onto the planet. Elevators and teleports carried them down to the wound. They fought the monsters. Kyle Valorian fought using his powers of will and rage. He created shockwaves that tore apart the mountains and fortified his allies, making their skin harder than obsidian. Sarah Pridar hunted using instinct and speed. Her 4 claws tore apart the ribbons. She sensed the knots and dodged their loops. Solarian calculated using probabilities. He wove grids of light that caught monsters and predicted their attacks. Elyon Arvelin healed using growth. Roots entwined the crack. He restored life to the wounded, absorbing their pain. Neris Kalmir flowed using flow. Waves of light washed away monsters. She adapted barriers so that they changed shape. Orain Dalor saw using vision. He slowed time around the knots, predicting the movements of the ribbons. Mariah Umbra absorbed using shadow. Her mask released shadows that devoured the mouths. Luam succumbed to the ribbon for a moment. His star heart began to blacken. His eyes went out. Mariah reacted instantly and used her ability to absorb the ribbon, saving him. battle was ending. Many Heptachrom soldiers died in combat, their bodies covered in ash, their minds broken by whispers. Further on, passing by the platform where rituals are performed near the Titan's crystals and the crack, the wound of the planet, Elion heard a child crying. At the very edge lay a baby, wrapped in torn cloth. Its skin was gray ash. Its breathing was barely audible. Its eyes were closed. Beneath the skin of its chest pulsed a gray star heart. Inside the sphere flickered 7 tiny lights. They twinkled faintly, like dying stars. According to the law, Elion had to throw the baby into the wound, as he was abnormal. But he couldn't. He took the baby in his arms. Without telling the other guardians, he cast a green illusion over the star heart. To everyone, the child was an orphan.
Create.